This is Roppongi Rocks and we are in Stockholm, Sweden with Mats Karlsson from 220 Volts.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Doing very well. I'm here with you.
Yes. Okay.
You've had a few lineup changes. I mean, the band's been going for, 46 years now. Perhaps you can tell us about the current lineup of the band.
Yes, well, we have myself and Thomas on guitars, and we are the founding members. So we started the band when we were just kids, you know. And Peter, our drummer, is still in the band, but he won't be touring in the future. Then we have the bass player Mats Karlsson, who's been in the band now since I think 2016, and a new singer, Fredrik Nord, which we found in Karlstad, Sweden.
There you go.
And he's been working out really good. He's a great addition to the band, and he can do all the old stuff, you know, without any problems. Great sense of melody, and well, yeah, it's gonna be fun to move forward with these guys. Yes.
I'm sure the fans are looking forward to it, including me.
Oh.
And you mentioned Peter. He's obviously been there for a long time, almost since the start. I mean, he was there for the early days. And now he's sort of not touring, but he's still involved in the band. So
yes,
is it that in the songwriting?
Yes. So we write a lot together, and he still does, you know, backing vocals and stuff. So it's going to be on the recording, and we also use a lot of his drums when we did the drums, which we did a couple of weeks ago. So that's all done, and so we used his kick and snare, and you know, to kind of incorporate some of his sound. So yeah, and we did also do a pre-production with Björn, the drummer, who's on the album. So we rehearsed with Peter the day before we went to the studio, so they could discuss, you know, certain moves here and there, and time changes and whatever. So they kind of agreed upon how to play and what to play. So he's been involved in that as well.
Excellent.
That feels good.
So you're working on a new album now, and you have, I guess it's been more than a decade now since the last album.
Yes, unfortunately. Lots of family issues, waiting to see if maybe Peter could come back to, you know, he's had lots of surgery and stuff. So, and parents passing away. It's been just a bunch of unfortunate things that have kind of pushed this so far. And then the singer we had since 2016, 2017, Göran, decided to quit in 2022, and he just left. He just quit music altogether. So he didn't want to go on touring, and so he's pursuing other forms of art. He paints and stuff like that. He was finished with music. So then it took us about a year to find a new singer, and then it took us about a year to work on these tracks with him. You know, because we had a bunch of stuff that was you know, recorded with Göran. So we had to sort of adapt that to Fredrik and rewrite stuff, and some tracks have new lyrics and some have old lyrics, but you know, changed a bit so it suits Fredrik's style better. So you know, unfortunately it takes time.
Yeah, no, I understand. And when you write music, obviously in the 80s you became famous, and in my opinion, Sweden's best melodic hard rock band.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you got a brilliant catalogue, and when you now write new songs, I mean, I was pleasantly surprised when Walking in Starlight came out in, was it 2014?
Yes.
Yeah. And I thought, wow, that is in line with the old stuff, but it's modern.
Yes.
And is that the sort of thing with a new record? Are you thinking that we have to fit into this, or it just becomes that because you are one of the main people creating this? Or
well, you know, we've never sat down and said, now we're going to make such an album, you know. we just write and we'll see what comes out. And with the Starlight album, we thought perhaps it was a bit too scattered, you know, in different styles, and some AR-ish stuff and some harder stuff and some more like maybe epic tracks like Walking the Starlight. So, and then we thought, well, you know, we haven't made a full album in such a long time, so people don't know what to expect. So we can put anything on there. So we just put everything on there that we had, more or less, you know. And it turned out pretty good. And the new record is, to me, is a better album. It's more focused. If you sort of peel off the AR stuff on Starlight, then it's more a hard rock album. And we said no ballads, no, you know, just we're going to make a hard rock album. That was the intention this time. So we actually had sort of a mindset, and no ballads and everything. And you know, still there is a ballad on the album. It just came out such a great track. We thought
it happens.
So it's more focused. It's a bit harder. It's a bit more progressive here and there. We take more musical journeys, you know, in solo parts and stuff. So we sort of wander off a bit more than we used to. I think so. It's going to be very fun to see if it works or if it's.
Yeah, let's see. I'm sure it's going to be very interesting.
People would be a bit surprised.
Yes. And in 1992, around there, you had great 80s, and in the early 90s then you took a break. You decided to quit, and it took a decade basically to then relaunch the band. So why did you quit, and why did you come back with the band?
Well, in 92 we did have some contractual problems, you know, in the year or two before, which we had to have a lawyer to get out of the record deal with CBS, because the American side wanted to sign us, and they wouldn't let us go. So we were kind of stuck in, you know, and all this aggravation, I think led to, you know, just inside the band there were a lot of tensions, you know, rising up. This isn't really quite working. The grunge wave sort of came, and I think we in Europe and Treat, I think we all, you know, quit. If I remember correctly, I think within the same month.
Yeah, around the same time.
And you know, that wasn't a great feeling in the band at the time, and a couple of the guys were going to be become fathers, you know, soon.
Life
so
happens.
they were, you know, like focus were maybe on other stuff.
But then you came back.
Then we came back, and in 2002 we had a 20th anniversary of our first single.
True.
So I called Thomas and said, you know, we should do something, and maybe re-record it in the same way we recorded it the first time. You know, just down in the basement, very basic. So that's what we did, and we wrote some new tracks, and we also did Swedish rock, so we recorded that and we put some live tracks on it. So that was the volume 1 album, and that was just made to celebrate the anniversary and a few shows maybe. There wasn't any, you know, thoughts beyond that. It just sort of happened. The festival started calling us, and
People missed you.
yeah, well, yeah.
And what's the difference now running this band or managing this band or being in this band compared to in 1979 when you were in that basement?
Well, hopefully it's a bit more professional these days. I think I was 13 or 14 maybe when we started out, so I think we just, you know, we listened to Scorpions, we listened to Deep Purple, you know, we probably just had dreams that we're going to be those bands, and but we started out from, you know, from the get-go. We made our own music, and I think we hardly played any covers at that time. Probably because we were maybe good enough to make them sound, but we couldn't make our own songs sound decent, you know. So we did a lot of concerts from the early 80s. So that's a good experience. You don't get that from being on Idol, for example.
Yeah. Well, your debut single was, you know, still listening to Sauron quite often.
Yes, and we just played it actually live. We played in our hometown late March, and we thought, well, you know, we're going to do something. We're going to start with Prisoner of War, and we're going to end with Sauron. So
Yeah.
sort of, you know, tie it all together.
They still hold, you know, they're still brilliant songs.
Thank you.
You should play them. I'm
Yes.
happy as a fan.
Yes.
I've heard some stories about some radio station in America played the first single, and that sort of got CBS interested. I'm not sure if that's a true story, how you got signed, or...
It's a true story, but in addition to that, the band Europe won the big rock contest on national TV. Everyone saw it.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of labels started to look for hard rock bands in Sweden, which wasn't really happening at that time. And we, just as this happened, there was reports about this single being on radio stations somewhere in the US, and that sort of, I think that helped maybe tip them over to sign us.
Right.
And the funny thing is that we never knew how that single, you know, ended up there. It's in College Station, and it was signed, charged for weeks.
Yeah.
And then 2, maybe 3 years ago, something like that, we played a show in one of the Swedish ballparks, you know. And this guy comes in backstage afterwards. I was the guy, you know, who sent the single to the US. So I actually met the guy after 40 years.
Yeah, well,
So that was kind of cool.
we are grateful to him.
Yes.
And in the mid-80s, in 84 you toured with Nazareth,
Yes.
in 86 you toured with AC/DC. How did those sort of tours impact your future career?
Well, of course, they must have helped because you know, we played to so much more people that we could control ourselves. So, yeah, and it got attention in media in Sweden and everything, so of course it helped. And they were great tours. They were fun times.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. And what's coming up next? Obviously you're recording the album now, so do you have any idea when it's coming out? Will there be tours? Will you come to Japan?
We've been talking to Japan actually, and we hope to come there when the album is finished. I don't think the album will be out this year, but sometime early next year. But I still hope that we can have a track or two out this year, because we have some shows in November and December, and I would like to play some music.
Yeah.
And so we're going to finish that now as soon as we can. It's probably going to take a couple of months, realistically, but that's on the agenda. And then I'm going to do my third solo record, which I should have done last year, but you know, again, my mom passed away. A couple of my dad's sisters passed away. My father-in-law passed away, an uncle, and a couple of friends actually since childhood that unfortunately passed away. So it was not a good year emotionally to write and record. But I have stuff, you know, for a couple of more solo records. So I will do that too.
Yeah, but great.
When time allows.
You have done some very interesting. I mean, the music is quite different from the band, but it's still very good stuff.
Okay,
so
thank you.
I enjoy that too. So, well, let's hope we will see you in Japan next time then.
I hope so too.
And
Yeah.
thank you very much for speaking to Roppongi Rocks.
Thank you. Thank you for
We
having me.
are Roppongi Rocks, and this is Mats Karlsson from 220 Volt.